Welcome to Football Fever, KISD. Hello again, everybody. I'm Alan Mandel, sports editor of the Killeen Daily Herald, and I'm joined by two of our born and bred Texas high school football experts, Jordan Mason, Albert Alvarado, for week number 4. And this is a huge week. And let's start off with a big one, Jordan. Harker Heights. You've said all along they're for real. They're 3-0 going in at Temple, the number 6 team in the state. Your thoughts on the matchup?
Well, Heights is 3-0 for the first time in school history, but this is the big test. Coach Edwards told me on Monday that they have 3 phases to the season: non-district, district, and playoffs. They've clearly already won the first phase because at worst they'll be 3-1. But this is a big test, obviously, with the number 6 team in the state. Temple beat them also last year, 42-21. So Heights has plenty of motivation going into this one. Obviously, with Chad President, the Baylor signee, at quarterback, the Temple offense is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And Heights is coming off a big defensive game. They allowed just 163 total yards against Waco University, just 16 yards passing, and had 4 turnovers. Chris Henderson had a school record 3 interceptions. So they know they're going to need that type of effort again to slow down Temple if they want to come out of there with a win and start district play 4-0.
Okay. And another team that you said would be improved this year, and they are, Ellison. They're 1-2. Maybe not quite at the level of Heights yet, but they're home this week, and they are playing Thursday night. Tell us about their matchup this Thursday night.
Well, I finally got to see Ellison play, and you can see that they're improved. You have to look at Carl Robinson III. He's pretty explosive back there at quarterback. He brings a new element to the offense. And then the 3-headed monster at running back, Deion Birch, Brandon Johnson, Rozil Brooks. They can make plays, but they didn't last week the way Coach Gregory wanted them to, so he's going to look to run the ball. He said they have to get the running game going against Pflugerville Connolly. That'll be important, and then they can hopefully work that in with the passing game with Robinson. Christian Jackson had an 80-yard touchdown pass last week. So Ellison with players. Brooks started last week with a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the game. So they've got weapons. They just have to establish some consistency, which they didn't have against Round Rock McNeil, and that cost them because they weren't able to get going until late. So going against Connolly, they're going to look to come out fast and hopefully carry that over for 4 quarters.
Okay, thank you. Albert, Manor at Killeen. Your thoughts?
Well, the Roos defensively are going to be looking to bounce back. Last week they went down to Austin, faced a really good Vandegrift Viper team that just ran the ball, and obviously Killeen's defense gave up some really long run plays. I think it was 2 of the first 6 plays were for touchdowns that Vandegrift ran, but basically Killeen's defense, looked really good the first 2 weeks against Vandegrift. Gave up 47 points and 362 yards on the ground. So looks like that's going to be a point of emphasis against Manor, especially with Denzel Pfister, the mobile quarterback that Manor has going. Offensively, though, Killeen, there's just something. Kenny Arnold and Dante Ellis Thomas, just ESP. They know where each other is. The chemistry is really good between those two, which is saying a lot because I know Keandre Parker Shepard got a lot of the snaps during the spring. He was there all during 7-on-7. It just seems like Kenny Arnold, even though he's a junior, number one, he's always ready to go in, and the kid just has confidence. It's crazy how confident the kid is. But last week, him and Ellis Thomas, who of course is a really good speedster, natural athlete, they connected on 9 passes for 241 yards. So that'll be a threat. And one thing to look at is that Killeen, DJ Lilly, this is going to be his second game back from an ankle injury. Last week he ran for 74 yards, a couple touchdowns. So it looks like he's getting more confident, better. And don't forget, he was part of Killeen's silver medal, sprint relay silver medal team, so the kid's fast. Yeah, so speed out of the backfield might be another thing that Killeen, could really use right now.
Okay. Shoemaker, playoff team last year. Right now they're 1-2. Of course, they haven't been playing easy teams. I mean, if they wanted to schedule a couple of cupcakes, they could be 3-0. But they played some tough teams, and now this week they're playing New Braunfels Canyon. Tell us about that matchup, Albert.
Canyon. Now, this is kind of like Coach Edwards last year at Heights. This is a coach that got hired in July. They had Matt Elliott, stepped down as their athletic director, or as their football coach. Brought in an assistant from Smithson Valley, which, another state power there. So the kids at Canyon are just adjusting to this new coach still. Offensively, they had a big breakout game in their win last week. But this Shoemaker team, obviously, they have athletes all over, Division I prospects. Of course, going on down the line in the middle with Kendall James, Tenny Hall, Kerry Walker, Rashawn Jordan. So they have athletes that I don't think Canyon has really seen yet offensively. The one thing about Shoemaker, though, turnovers. 5 a couple weeks ago against Maynard. You saw him last week against Cedar Ridge. Turnovers are the ultimate equalizer. And that ball's going to pop out, jump out a little bit more if it hits the ground, seeing as how Canyon has that red turf. So, Shoemaker fans, you'll have to get there a little bit early, adjust your eyes, and pretty sure Canyon will also be wearing all red. So, just, you'll get used to it. It'll be kind of weird. You'll think you're in a Jimi Hendrix video or something at first, but, get ready for that red turf.
All right. Well, thank you, Albert. Thank you, Jordan. And thank you for watching Football Fever. We'll see you right here, same time, same station next week.